So I had to do the check-in with myself of like what's going on, and I'm scared. I'm really scared. I'm scared of the process. I'm scared that I will stem and there will be nothing. Thanks for clicking on Simply Tanika. I am Tanika. If you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Let's hang out a while. If you are returning, welcome back. Let's get those babies, ladies. I see the crystal raindrops fall and the beauty. What's up, fertility fam? How are you? I hope you are well. I don't know where to start, so I'll just start. I am scared. And I came to that realization today when someone else congratulated me on IVF and asked me if I was excited. And I wanted to say that I was, because I want to be excited. I want that so much. But I'm not there yet. I continue to pray for God's will to be done, but I'm not at the point of excitement yet. And I don't know if I will ever actually be excited about IVF. I will be grateful if it is successful, when it is successful, but I don't know that I'll ever be excited about it. It is not a place that I thought I would get to. And I know it's, I'm doing my year in review video. There was a time where when I talked to my other RE, I was very adamant about having the opportunity to do it. And I thought it was like BS that I was being told I couldn't because of my age. But that's kind of my personality. Like, I grew up in the 70s, Laverne and Shirley, Shamil, Shamal, Haas and Pepper Incorporated, doing it our way. Give us any rule, we'll break it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Doing it our way. So yeah, that is, give me any rule, I'll break it. Give me any chance, I'll take it. So that's how I got to IVF. But it doesn't take away the fear, and I don't know how to overcome it. I really don't. I'm scared. I'm trying to stay busy. I'm focused on my exercise. I did a live Instagram tonight with Cheyenne. We did like a little bit of a mukbang. It was nice. It was nice to connect with other ladies. One of the young women shared that she had 6 losses, which is, my heart goes out to her. And I admire her courage, right? She had 6 losses, but she's still in the TTC community, in the going to conceive community, going to take home a baby community. And she demonstrates an incredible amount of resilience. And very early on, she spoke her truth. And I didn't for a while. It took me several months. And I think I'm very emotional anyway, because like I'm prepping for pregnancy and infant loss awareness observation on the website simplytanika.com, and so I'm getting the articles in, I'm looking at them, I'm posting them, I'm communicating with the women about the post, and so it's triggering a lot for me related just to my own miscarriage. And so there's the fear associated with that. No matter what, no matter how I get pregnant, there's a fear associated with losing another life, another baby. And so that's there, and I feel like it's always there. It's somewhere beneath the surface. I always say, because I think sometimes people are like, are you still talking about that? You should just get over that. Whatever it is, people and their good intentions are, stop talking about it. Stop thinking about it. But it's forever a part of the fabric of my life. Like, it doesn't get easier. It doesn't get less painful. I just learned to mask it better. I just learned to cope a little better, manage it better, quiet it faster. But it's a learned response because I've been quieting it now for over a year. And November 18th, that was my due date. So that's coming up. So yeah, this time last year was really, really hard because I didn't have an outlet, and it was the first month that I really tried again in earnest with the donor sperm, and I started the YouTube channel so that I wouldn't be talking to myself, because I did feel so incredibly alone, and I didn't want anyone else to feel alone. And so to that end, I am grateful for all of the ladies who have documented their IVF journeys, because them telling their stories helped me not feel alone. And I'm so touched when ladies reach out to me and say that my going to conceive journey helps them feel not alone. Like that's the point of it. You are not alone. I am not alone. We are sisters, whether we ever meet in person. We are sisters. We are tied by a bond that we're just tied by a bond. If I don't wish this on anyone, not miscarriage, not infertility, not the longing to hold a child. I don't wish it on anyone. But I have met some of the most amazing women. All of you I've met, and we've connected in some way. Even those of you who don't comment, I feel your energy. I know you're there. I know you're rooting for me. Please know I'm rooting for you. Those of you who do comment, thank you. It does help reinforce that I'm not alone. But we have a bond. And it is in honor of that bond that I had to tell you guys that I am scared. And I don't know that I had said it out loud before. And I don't know, I did not grow up in a household where I felt free to express my emotions. I was very much told to suck it up, not to be a punk. One of my uncles used to thump us on the forehead. Little girls thump us on the forehead. Be tough, be strong. But being vulnerable is actually what being strong is. Being vulnerable. But I was taught that it was a sign of weakness. And so I, as a child, didn't understand that it's not something you can stop. You can't stop your feelings. But I stuffed them down, and I tried because I wanted to be a good little girl. I wanted everybody to be proud. And so I think through all these years, through therapy, I know that it is strength to be vulnerable. And my sisters, I'm telling you, I'm scared. I am fucking scared. And I will get through it because I am strong. Because that's what I do. I get through things. But I had to acknowledge it. And I needed to tell you ladies because I am going to need your help through the rest of this. It takes a village, and I need each and every one of you. I've been so weepy lately too. I cried. I watched A Wrinkle in Time on Sunday. I cried. I cried on the subway in this morning. But that's why I had to do the check-in with myself of what's going on, and I'm scared. I'm really scared. I'm scared of the process. I'm scared that I will stem and there will be nothing. I am scared that if I stem and there is something in their follicles, that they will all be blanks. They will be worthless. Which I shouldn't be. There is no part of me that is worthless. And I have to work on loving myself, loving every inch, every cell. But that's where I am right now. I'm scared. I'm scared that if there are follicles, that they won't mature. Like every step of the way, I know too much. I know too much. And I know every single point of failure. And there is nothing I can do once we get into that ring. Because it is a fight. It is going to be the fight of my life. And once I get in that ring, there's nothing else I can do but go with the fight and give it my all. And so I think that is why now is a good time for me to get it together, me to get my weight up, even though I'm losing weight, but like in a sparring term, right? You know, when you're ready to get in the ring as a heavyweight, you got to get your weight up. You got to keep your weight up. So I got to get my weight up so that I can be the heavyweight champion. I'm eating well. I'm exercising, I'm sleeping more than I've ever slept. I'm taking really, really good care of myself. Probably the best care that I've ever taken, and I think of it as I am, one, because I love myself, I really do, and through this process, I've deepened my love for myself, I've deepened my faith. I don't know if I've ever said this. I was raised Catholic. I went to Catholic school, graduated from Catholic school in the 8th grade. I went in and out of public school, but I graduated from Catholic school in the 8th grade. I don't really practice it anymore, and I hadn't practiced any religion, and so there are parts of me that sometimes I feel like a hypocrite because I have called on the Lord so many times in this process. But that is what gives me peace. That's what gives me solace, to hand it over to Him. It reminds me of that poem about footprints in the sand. He is carrying me right now. He is carrying me. And so God forgive me if I am blasphemous, if I am a hypocrite, but I need you right now. Oh, dear God, I need you. So in loving myself, in deepening my love for myself, I am taking good care of myself. I am meditating. I am prayerful, which is also a form of meditation. I'm eating well, sleeping well, really, really working on being good to myself, which in turn is being good to my future child. I mean, I'm taking care of my child as its very beginning cell, right? There are two cells that are going to join together to make my baby, and one of those cells is inside of my body right now, and I'm doing everything I can to nourish that cell, and that makes me feel good. That makes me feel like a good mom, and I know my baby is waiting. And I'm a positive person. I always try to find the light. I always try to be my most evolved self. And I don't know that fear is not being evolved. It feels very base. But it is what it is. I mean, that's what I feel. And so I'm working on getting my fighting weight up, and I'm working on taking home the prize, which is that baby. And I just, I need to own it. I need to own who I am and where I am. I'm proud of myself for what I've done. I'm not ashamed to say that I am afraid, and I will get through this. But I am afraid, and it is okay. It is okay to be afraid. It is okay to be honest and connected. And I very much need to be connected and grounded right now. And so I just needed to acknowledge that with you ladies, I think. Yeah. But for the kindness of strangers. I mean, one of you, LaShonda, sent me this, so I've never met in person, but I feel like I know you. We've emailed so many times and shared so many stories. I just feel a connection. There's so many ladies, actually, who we email. I just feel a connection. our stories are not all the same, but they have through lines, if that makes sense. Like, we all want our baby, and there are stumbles and struggles along the way. We're trying to advocate for ourselves with our healthcare professionals, and sometimes that feels like a struggle, and sometimes we question ourselves because we don't have a white coat, and we don't have that doctoral degree, and we don't know everything. But we know ourselves, and we trust ourselves, and that, I think, is the beautiful thing. That is like the resilience of all of you ladies has lifted me up, even in my dark moments. And hopefully I've been able to do the same for you, because it's a journey. And that word annoyed me when I first started this, because I was just like, what kind of journey? One, I didn't want to be on the journey. Short trip, next stop, baby. That's what I wanted to do. But it is a journey, and I'm learning to enjoy the journey. As weird as that sounds, enjoy it all, whatever it is. Like, enjoyment doesn't have to mean I'm happy and like kicking my heels up every day. Enjoyment is a deep, earnest gratitude and respect for the process. And I say gratitude. I'm not grateful to have struggled with infertility, but I am grateful for having met you ladies, for having been able to deepen my relationship, deepen my level of self-care, my own compassion or compassion for myself, and my ability to relate to other people and to share with them. Like, before all of this, I never talked about my cycle with another human being. The closest I ever came was when I had my annual pap smear, and they asked me what my LMP was, my last menstrual period, and I gave them a date, and that was it. Now I talk to women about how long is their cycle, when did they ovulate, what is their cervical mucus like. If you would have told me this before this journey, I would have been like, you are nuts, I'm never going to discuss that. And now I feel powerful that I do. I think before I felt like, oh, that's not dignified. But now I feel like I have so much more dignity. I have so much more respect for my body and my being as a woman, and how powerful that is, and that we, bring life forth. And I think I feel even more powerful in this age of what's going on with like the Me Too, and women are standing up, and China is now validating that they need women after all of these years, that you could have one child and they had to be male, and they finally put it together that women are the creators of life, are the carriers of life. So you kind of need us, guys. You kind of need us. And I don't want to get on a tirade about the men. We need them too. And hopefully you have successful and supportive partners. And I don't know why I choose the word successful in understanding the fertility, not in a monetary way, but I feel powerful as a woman, and I feel like the world is resonating my power as a woman. And I don't know if that is as a result of fertility/infertility or a coincidence. But in knowing the parts of my body and how it works and how freaking magical and majestic it is. My body is majestic. Your body is majestic. It's doing majestic things. Let's be proud of it. Let's celebrate it. And it's okay to tell it we're afraid. I think I just have to whisper, like, it's okay. It's going to be okay. No matter what, I'm still going to love you. I trust you. I believe in you. And we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. So that's the talk to my body. Hopefully you guys have a nice talk with your body. But in the meantime, I'm scared. And I think it's okay. It's okay to be scared. So I may not be excited about the IVF. I may never be excited about the IVF. I honestly, before all of this, thought it was so trendy and like too many people were doing it. I was ignorant and didn't understand the depths of infertility, but it just seemed like so many people were doing it. And I don't want to trivialize the women who have done it before me, and I don't want to not honor the women who would love to do it and cannot. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm going to do it because I would regret it if I didn't. But it doesn't mean that I won't be scared. In the same way that if they told me I had been stuck on a mountain overnight and I woke up and my legs were frostbitten and they told me in order to save my life they had to cut off my legs, I'm going to say yes, cut off my legs so that I continue to live. But I am never going to be excited about the removal of my legs. I'm never going to be excited about that. I may be grateful, but I will never be excited about having my legs amputated. So I think in the same way with IVF, I may be grateful one day, but I'm not going to be excited. I am going to be respectful of it. I am going to give it appropriate reverence. And I'm going to ask that it give me appropriate reverence and let me maintain my dignity, because I am a force. And I appreciate the science and I am grateful. But I'm not excited. I'm scared, but I'm not weak. I am scared. I'm vulnerable. I am not weak. And I'm going to be okay. You too, right? You're going to be okay. We're going to get through it together. Thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Baby dust to you all.
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows